Okay, guys, good evening. This is Dr. Bhupesh from Dr. BKM OET Institute for you all. And today we are going to discuss something about the grammar and how to use this grammar in reading, listening, writing, and speaking, respectively. So we are going to mix it up today. But first of all, I need to tell you what are tenses. See, guys, when it comes to tenses, as always, I have told you the tenses basically, if I talk about OET, then past indefinite is the most important tense. Past indefinite. Past indefinite means, let me make it even more simple. Suppose if you are sitting in your exam, then in your exam, you have to make this chart. This, this, this. Guys, can you see this chart? I need your a bit of, can you put it in the chat box if you can see the chart? I have not written anything. I've just made a chart. Yes. Okay, cool. So if I talk about this particular chart, you have to do that in OET final exam for sure. Don't miss it out. So if I say in this chart, you should write, in this place, you should write past, and in this, you should write present. Again, don't forget it. I will teach you everything. Sorry, I have to write it in a nice way. Otherwise, it will not be nice. Okay, I'm writing it here. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So in the chart, you have to write past. Then you will write present. Past. Okay, past is second form always, and there is another form for the past, that is was were, third form. This I will explain you everything. Please don't leave the lecture in between. This is going to be a very special lecture till end for all of you who want to learn grammar and everything. Second is present. Present in OET means present perfect, has plus third form. Always remember, present in OET passive voice means has been third. Now, this is the only thing that you have to learn when it comes to OET grammar. Yesterday, also, I was attending an inquiry. That girl was from Haryana and she was asking me, Sir, before joining OET, should I take the grammar classes? I told her, see, you don't have to take grammar classes. Before joining OET classes, can I do grammar? I was telling her that you need not do that because I can teach you grammar very easily. So that is where this lecture has originated today. That some people have problem with the grammar. So this is the grammatical lecture. When you go in your final exam, just do this thing before you're writing. Active, and this is passive. Now, please understand this chart in a very simple way. That if you are using the past tense means where are we using the past tense? Past tense means when we are talking about during hospitalization. Because most of the times there is when there is a discharge letter. Suppose there is a discharge letter. So there would be a paragraph of during hospitalization in which we will say during hospitalization, we did this with the patient. That means we will talk about the past tense because we are about to discharge the patient. How do we know we are about to discharge the patient? Because in the first paragraph, last line, we say, therefore, he is being referred under your expertise. If you can understand this tense, he is being referred, is MRING, passive voice, is MRING, B plus ing, and third form. That means this is present continuous tense. That means we are saying that we are discharging the patient. He is being referred means continuous tense, that we are discharging the patient in this present moment. So during hospitalization, obviously is past because now we are discharging the patient. If I am writing a letter, I will say during hospitalization, we gave paracetamol to the patient. We gave physiotherapy to the patient. So if we understand how do we create grammar in OET, in that in the past tense, we always write second form. But in OET, what happens? This is the past tense. But in OET, what happens? We use the passive voice. Why do we use the passive voice? Because we always put the patient object as a subject. So we say, during hospitalization, the patient was given physiotherapy. That is how we make sentences. This is the most important tense of OET. This is maximum used. Why it is maximum used? Because even in visit letter, when you will talk about all the visits in the past, you will use this tense, same tense. Active second form, passive was verb. This is the most important tense. Now let me complete the paragraph. How does it happen? Suppose on 2nd January, or I can say 3 years ago, or even if I am writing about a visit 3 days ago, means any kind of past visit, any kind of past visit, you will start like this. 3 days ago, 3 years ago, on 2nd January, the patient complained of. This is the first tense you will use, patient complained of. Why second form? Because it is an active thing. Active thing means that patient is complaining by himself. Again, I would like to repeat this point. Active means that patient is doing by himself. So patient is complaining by himself. So patient complained of fever, nausea, and vomiting. So A, B, and C. So this is the active tense. Patient complained of. We can also write complained of. We can also write patient suffered from. This is your choice. With suffer, you will always use from. With complaint, you will always use of. So 3 years ago, 3 days ago, on 2nd January, on first visit, on second visit, on third visit, the patient complained of this thing. If you are again mentioning in the next paragraph that in on the second visit, patient suffered from, you can always use this, and you can also say the patient had. You can also use this thing. 3 days ago, the patient had a chief complaint of fever, nausea, and vomiting. So these are the three ways of creating a line. The first line of your paragraph. Second line, now after this, everything is done by the hospital. Everything will be passive voice. Now please understand. So on second visit, this happened. Then on examination, who will do the examination? We are part of hospital. So on examination, the patient was found with. Now whatever the signs are, signs means tenderness, elevated temperature, these all things are found by the hospital or by the nurse. So you will say patient was found. So here you can see this was were third. Yeah, just give it 2 minutes. So active, patient complained of. Here is second form active. Passive, passive, on examination, the patient was found with. You can also use the word the patient was assessed with. Whatever signs are given. Symptoms you have told, signs you have told, what now will happen. Now you will say diagnosis. Therefore is the best word. Therefore, because symptoms, signs, therefore he was suspected with. If it is given diagnosis, then you will say diagnosed with. If assessment word is given, then you will say the patient was assessed with. Again, the thing that I'm teaching you at the moment is passive, because we are the hospital. We will examine the patient. Patient would be found by us, was found by us. He was suspected by us. He was diagnosed by us. He was assessed with us, by us, for which then you can use this connector. He was given paracetamol. This is how the grammar works in OET. That means this tense is the most important tense and would be used in all the during hospitalization and would be used in all the visit letters in all the past visits. This is the maximum use tense. There is no other tense that you have to learn when it comes to OET. The other test that you have to, other tense you have to learn majorly is present tense, present perfect. And when it is used in the second, in the today visit. So today, now if I copy paste all this, I'm copying. So today visit will also be the same. I'm pasting all these things. See. So today, then we don't have to mention the date. Today, there you go. Now you just have to do second form. You have to convert it to has plus third form. So today, the patient has complained of. Active. Today, the patient has suffered from. Choice is yours. Today, the patient has a chief complaint of. This is today visit. And when you are using the passive form, so was plus third form is converted into has been third form. So on examination, the patient has been found with. Therefore, he has been assessed with. He has been suspected with, for which he has been given paracetamol. These are the only two tenses which you have to learn in OET. Again, coming back to the thing again, second form, past, and was were third form, passive. Present, has plus third form and has been third form, passive. What is passive? Done by us. Suppose if I'm teaching you at the what is the difference between active and passive? I'm teaching you. This is active because I'm teaching you. What is passive? You are being taught by me. That is what exactly happens in OET. We are referring the patient, we are referring the patient under your expertise. That is what we want to write. Then what we do? Under your expertise, sorry. Yeah. Then how do we write it? The patient again is, because it is MRING, so we are doing patient is being referred. What we have done is addition of B plus third form. That is the rule of passive voice. R is converted into is, ing remains ing, refer becomes referred third form, and B is additional. So if you understand the passive voice, what is happening is addition of B plus third form. This is the rule of passive voice. And this is the most important rule that you should remember even in reading. Let me tell you, sir, how is it applicable in reading and how does it change? Okay. If I ask you, why were women denied treatment? Now understand this question in reading. The person who understands active and passive, he will see this were plus third form. Now, if you can understand why were women denied treatment, so he understand that in the paragraph it can be given doctor denied treatment because of adverse effects of medicine. Now, please understand this. Why did I put so much of effort in this video? Now you cannot see women anywhere in the paragraph. Why were women denied treatment? Who can deny treatment? Only doctors can, nurse can, healthcare professional can. But in the paragraph, women word is not given. And it is given doctor denied, second form. That means it is past. Doctor denied treatment active. Women were denied treatment, were plus third form by the doctor. So that is you have to understand. That is what is the benefit. Now you will say, why were women denied treatment? Because of the adverse effects. Now you can understand. Obviously, sir, this is so easy. Man, when it is written in 3 paragraphs, then it is difficult. Suppose if there are lines given, uh, medicine seemed to be very effective when it started as a trial. Later on, it was discovered that medication was not effective. Women also refused the medication as it was ineffective. Further, doctor, women denied the treatment. Okay. Doctors also denied this treatment because of the adverse effects. Now understand. Now the person who understands active and passive will do this as an answer. Now I will give you the option as well. A, ineffective, ineffective medication. B, doctors did not like it. Patient refused it. D, complications. Now, please tell me your answer. I want you to participate now. Really. Yeah, would love you to participate. Okay, guys.
Sir D. A.
D.
A, sir.
Complication.
A,
D,
sir.
sir, D. A, sir.
A.
Please
Sir D.
don't mind
D, sir.
don't mind it, please.
Complication.
It's important for me to teach. I'm not saying obviously some of you are good, some of you are very good. But again, it's about learning. Still there, even when we started from this line, everybody knew that this is going to be the answer. Even after telling you, I have written the paragraph in front of you, still some people are saying A. Again, please don't mind it. Again, that is where tenses come into action. Why were women denied treatment? Again, is a question. Why were women denied treatment by the doctors? This is what passive voice does. So even though this seems like more kind of words which are matching, but this can never be our answer. Because women denied the medication themselves. But my question is not active. Why women deny treatment? Why were women denied treatment is because doctors denied this treatment to be provided to women because of the adverse effects. This is what active passive does. Now let's make it little more complicated because still verb plus third form some people understand. But this, why have women been denied treatment? सब कुछ present में कर, I will make everything present when it was started as a trial later on, or I will change again. See, that is how things change. That is writing. Later on means if I'm talking in the present, it will become now. Now it has been discovered. These are the only two tenses I want to teach you again and again in OET. Please try to learn it. Medication seemed to be, sorry, it should be in the past because it seemed to be effective in the past. Seemed means second form, automatically past. So always imagine past in the second form. Medication seemed to be effective when it was started as trial. Sir, what is the difference? Earlier you wrote started, now it was started. What is the difference? It started, it's a natural tense. You know, the medication started as a trial. But obviously, the better sentence is it was started by the researchers. That is what passive voice does. Was plus third form makes sentence passive voice. Then you imagine something. Who can start the medication? Researchers, because trial is done by researchers. So it was started as trial. Now it has been discovered by the researchers automatically or by the scientists that medication, again present, is not effective. Women have also denied the medication as it is ineffective. Again, there were complications in this question because even in this, they are saying medication is not effective. So who is saying it? Who is saying it? Obviously,
Researcher.
doctors and researchers.
Doctors.
So that is why some people maybe did this answer as well. It cannot only be because of passive voice. This line is also confusing. But my keyword denied is coming in this. You also have to consider this word as well. That is what was complicated in this story. I also was teaching you passive voice, but at the same time, I was also teaching you the keyword. This is my key line. In this also, Doctors also found it is not effective. But over here, they did not deny the medication. They denied the medication because of adverse events. So this was my key line. Even though this line also belongs to doctor, so even this can be answered. Not bad. And this line can also be answered, but my question is passive voice. So how can I found it? How can I find in this line? Again, it is a very simple thing that I have taught you. Still, few of you got confused. But again, even if the question will become very complicated, again, if this comes in exam, this is not an easy question that I have created for you. But this is what will teach you what grammar does. So always understand what are passive voice. Be plus third form. Was were third form. Has been third form. Is being referred. Is being third form is also preferred or is also passive. Has been diagnosed is also passive. Is MR third form is also passive. So these are the passive voices. Was were third form, is MR third form, has been third form, is being third form, means third form is common in passive voice. So whenever we write to the nurse, we are the patient is being referred to you and you are requested to provide. You are requested to provide the services, follow-up services. Then this is also passive voice. You are requested by us, by me. I am writing the letter. So otherwise, if I would have written this line in active voice, I would have written, I request you. This would have been, I request you to please provide the follow-up services. But again, this does not look nice. So that is why we make passive voice. And now you are requested to provide the follow-up care. Services is also a better word for care. So again, very small video, but this again, one time listening does not fetch us anything. You have to listen to it again and again and again.
Yes, sir. Please send the video.
Of course,
Please.
that is why I have recorded it for you all so that you can learn the tenses in the best possible way. And this is also, suppose in reading, when you have all the time in the word, still was were third form required focus. So you can well imagine in listening how fast it is. So you should remember the tenses, these two tenses only. Okay, let's do one more example before we wrap it up. Why to leave it in between? Because there is one more thing I want to discuss. If I can create a good question like this one, or maybe I can say, okay, I will not make it complicated. I will just tell you one more passive voice should be denied treatment. Now also understand. This is reading. That is how the questions are created. Why should women be denied treatment? Okay, now it has been discovered that medication is not effective. So doctors have denied the treatment. Now, please understand. Means don't take it over complicated, but I'm just telling you. Should means in the future. Should always means we should do it. We should follow the rules. Means whenever in the future I will drive my car, I should follow the rules. And if you understand this tense, now it has been discovered that medication is not effective. So doctors have denied the treatment, present perfect. That means doctors have already denied the treatment. So even then, this line would not have my answer because my question is in the future. So further, doctors are also thinking to deny this treatment because of one more reason, which is side effects. Now understand this. Now this question has become even more complicated. Why should women be denied treatment? That means they are asking about the future. In this line, doctors have denied the treatment. So you will say, denied. But doctors have already denied the treatment. Present perfect. Present perfect means I have done my homework. I have already done. But my question is in the future. So answer should be again in this line, because doctors are also thinking to deny this treatment. Thinking means they are thinking for the future. Doctors are also thinking to do because of one more reason, which is adverse. So even then, this question is more complicated in exam if you are in rush. Suppose if today I have not taught you tenses and you are reading this question, why should women be denied treatment? Doctors have denied the treatment because it is ineffective. Ineffective. Okay, A is my answer. But then you do not understand that should means future advice. So further, doctors are also thinking, and suppose they change the word deny to refuse, to stop, or stop means cease. Cease is a word for stop. Now, how would you find it? That is why tenses are so important. Never lose out on the tenses. Should always means future, recommendation, advice, suggestion. You should do your homework. What does writer suggest in this paragraph? Suggest means the question is about solution. Suggest word means what is the suggestion. So you need to understand these words. So what should women, why should women be denied treatment? Why should women be denied treatment? Because doctors are also thinking to cease this treatment because of one more reason, which is its answer becomes this. So in both the cases, answer is D. I'm not changing the answer, but just wanted to teach you why tenses are so important. And should be plus third form is a passive voice. Active means doctors should deny treatment to women. So passive voice again, what is the rule of passive voice? B plus third. Always passive voice means B plus third form. What is the meaning of B? Last important thing. What is the meaning of B? B means ZMR. B means was were. B means be. B means been. And B means being. All these words plus third form means passive voice. You have to understand. That means you have to imagine something. That is the best example which I have given you. But yeah, mobile was picked. Some human will pick it. Mobile was picked. So you have to imagine that person. So in the paragraph, it might be given humans pick up the devices and they use it and throw it. Means they will try to change the word of mobile into devices. Then you have to recognize these things. Again, it is not complicated at all. The lecture was all about understanding the importance of is-MR third form, was-were third form, be third form, being third form, and being third form. Be first form is MR, was, were, be. These are the three forms of be. So any be in any form plus third form is a passive voice. You have to imagine. Like bottle is picked by me. Bottle is being picked by me. Bottle has been picked by me. Bottle was picked by me. Bottle should be picked by me. All these are passive voices. Again, please listen to this video again and again. I've tried my level best so that you should never have problem in grammar. And only this one lecture should be able to tell you everything about grammar. Please listen to this recording 3 times and share it with your friends. I don't mind it. But yeah, if anybody wants to learn grammar, this is good enough to know active passive. Even if you are not doing OET, you just want to learn active passive, this video will definitely help. This is Dr. Bhupesh from Dr. BKM OET Institute. Thank you.